So this first one is mixed friendships at work. I have a close friend who recently became my supervisor at work. I'm finding it difficult to adjust to the new power dynamic, especially when they have to give me critical feedback. How should I navigate this change in our relationship without harming our friendship or professional respect?
I've been in that situation before, and it makes you nervous when you become friends with somebody. First of all, you have to understand there's a difference between a friendship and a working friendship. If you're working for somebody, there's usually job titles. There's usually job descriptions. If you're doing your job and you're doing it the right way, and if there's a problem and you ask for help, that's the best kind of employee or best kind of person you want to work with. Now, if you get behind and you're not doing it, or you make excuses, or you try to cover things up, when they give you a critique, it's going to be uncomfortable. Remember, they have a job to do. You have a job to do. A title doesn't make them better than you, doesn't make them smarter than you. It means they've probably earned it. Or maybe they have that title based upon their degree. Maybe a degree is what needed to be. I would say the best thing to do is do your job to the best of your ability. If you need help, ask for it. Many people will respect you more if you ask for help rather than pretend that you know everything. So that relationship, it's a wonderful relationship because if you build a personal one, then you have more to talk about things in common. But I also would guarantee you this. When you're done with work, let work be what it is. If you're a friendship, you're going to spend time with each other outside. Talk about things that are fun. Talk about things, hey, it's the wrong one to have that on there. We're going to blurt that guy's name. But, the reality is you are in control of that relationship, whether you believe it or not. And because someone has a title, never let them disrespect for you, mistreat you, or treat you less than. Because without them doing their job and you doing your job, whatever your industry is or whatever your job is, it's not going to get in right. That's just my personal opinion.
Yes. All right. Second one here is handling jealousy in a relationship. My partner has a lot of close friends from the opposite sex, and I find myself feeling jealous sometimes, even though I trust them. What are some healthy ways to discuss my feelings without coming across accusatory or controlling?
It's an interesting question because it depends on male, female. It really doesn't. Many people think on the internet, you see all these quotes by guys talking about if your girlfriend has a lot of guys, has a lot of friends, and she's not the one for you. If she's going to talk with other guys, she's not the one for you. I think it all has to do with how you feel about yourself and how much you've invested in this person. Is this person really someone you want to spend your life with? Is it someone who's temporary? Look, many of us know when we're in a relationship what the boundaries are or what might be the reality of how long that might last. Is it someone that's a stopgap relationship? Many people know what that is. Many people do it. They got friends with benefits because they want to have it that way. Nothing wrong with it. But if you have jealousy, talk to that person. If something that person is doing is making you jealous, a good chance it's a residual from a relationship in the past or a behavior in the past. And also, you could be reflecting and putting yourself in a mirror, and you could be thinking, if you've done that in the past, someone's going to do it to you. Communication is the only thing. Be open, be honest, don't be accusatory. It doesn't mean anything, because I know I've heard many people say, well, you accuse me, I might as well do it. That's not a solution either. Talk about it. I know it sounds so simple. It's not, because many people are vulnerable. Many people don't want people to know that they're vulnerable. Many people don't want people to think that they're insecure. We're all insecure. Anybody that tells me they're not, we all are to a different degree. But if you don't communicate and talk about it, it's only going to get worse. And then you're going to find something, and you're going to convince yourself that that person is doing something that you, in your mind state, is happening, whether it's cheating emotionally, physically, or what have you. If you don't communicate, it's a free-for-all. And communication is the only way you're going to talk. But here's another point. If you're open and honest with that person and you tell them your feelings and they don't make any changes or try to make changes, try to make you feel comfortable, if they have friends of the opposite sex, but they've never introduced you and they won't introduce you, that red flag tells you all about it. So pay close attention to things and slow down your mind and communicate.
They're cheating. No.
True.
So third one, workplace exclusion. I've noticed that I am not being invited to informal gatherings by my colleagues, which are often followed by important work discussions. It's affecting my ability to contribute to projects. How can I address this feeling of exclusion with my colleagues and manager?
Well, there's a reason. I would, and I've had this happen before, I'd go talk to the person who's putting this little get together, and I'd find out, number one, is there a reason why? Many times people want to work with you. Many times they might not like you. There's people I work with, I literally don't like them. It's not that I don't like them as a person. Their life isn't my life. I don't need to be in their life. They don't need to be in mine, away from the work. There are many people I would love to. So it's a tough situation. But if you feel that someone is excluding you and they're talking about work and things are happening at work that you're not part of and it's going to affect your job, then what they're doing is they're sabotaging you. So the best thing to do, many of these things are going to be simple. It's communication. Talk to them, find out why. There's something that maybe they have different hobbies and things they like. Maybe you don't. Maybe they're introverted as a group and you're extroverted. Maybe you're just loud and obnoxious. Maybe what they're doing is something that's not part of your job. But if you're telling me, just like you are, that it is part of your job, they're talking about things, always want to make them think and know that you want to do the best job you can. If you're being excluded, then you're not able to do the job that they brought you on for, and you need to find a solution. Talk to them, find a solution.